Yeah. We be on them highways. Tell them be cool, we on the byways. Bring out the word, they looking sideways. I don't do it my way. We on the highways. Tell them be cool, we on the byways. Bring out the word, they looking sideways. I don't do this my way. I hold a 6-man. Demons rolling up, I'm about to fix that. Scoffer about to talk, I got the word for him. I ain't even know I even heard from him. Scriptures coming out and ain't no word from him. As soon as I pull out the laws, they run away. You was laughing, he gon' laugh.
Oh snap, he made a about face. He came to check you out, right? But you know why he did that, right? Yes. Because you see what you're advertising. This is why God put this in there to help protect you. Right. You understand? Now imagine you was right here by yourself at night walking around, and there's both of them brothers out there. They have to come and spit on them to take you by force. Then what?
I honestly don't think it's a clothing thing, because a woman can be wearing what she's supposed to be wearing, and something may still have to wear because she's a woman.
But you're also helping that man to sin as well. You understand? You're making it harder for him to stay righteous. You understand? You're bringing problems upon yourself. Read that again.
Deuteronomy chapter 22 verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination unto the Lord thy God.
You understand? Because abomination meaning God hated. God hated that. Abomination is something filthy and nasty to God. All right? You're not supposed to do it. Like nowadays you have rappers and entertainers wearing dresses. Right. Is that okay?
No.
It looks weird, right?
Yeah.
It's going to be okay. In a couple more years, it's going to be okay. It's going to be normal. Just like women wearing pants 50 years ago was not a normal thing.
Bring it out.
It took 50 years to get to this point where that's actually, those legacy wearers are actually underwear. I teach my daughter that they underwear, that she's not supposed to go outside like that, and she do it.
Right.
That's what, you understand? So we're supposed to train up our kids to dress modestly, right? So they don't attract the wrong attention. When you attract the wrong attention, you're going to start, all types of things come behind you. It's like a domino effect. You understand?
Proverbs chapter 7 verse 10. And behold, they admit him, a woman, with attire of an harlot.
Yep. All right, sister. All right, he went and met a woman with attire of a harlot. Do you know what a attire of a harlot is? All right, do you know the word harlot means? Harlot. Do you know the word harlot means? All right, when you're on OBT, you see all the women stand up there at nighttime at the club or on the corner?
Yeah.
What are they selling standing in the corner?
Their body?
Their body. And how are they dressed?
With bras.
They're dressing very tight clothes, revealing, right? Because they're advertising. So sis, read that again?
Proverbs chapter 7 verse 10. And behold, they met him, a woman, with the attire of a harlot.
So if they're dressing like that to sell their body, and then you're emulating, you know, what is that? You're advertising as well too, right? So if a sister out there is trying to sell himself, and they're going to get that type of attention, you bear witness to what just took place with you, right? All right, so if you don't want that type of attention from that type of individual, you dress modestly.
Right.
You understand? My wife, she dressed modestly. Men don't really bother her. She don't really get bothered. Nobody troubles her. I don't hear no complaints about it anymore. You understand?
1 Timothy chapter 2 verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
You understand, sister? So the scriptures is telling us the woman must adorn themselves, meaning adorn means put on. Right. Put on modest clothes. You understand? So brothers can't look at you any funky way and want to lust after you.
Right.
All right? Continue.
With shamefacedness. With sobriety. Not with braided hair, or gold, or pearl, or costly aware.
With shamefaced, meaning that you're supposed to be very aware of what you put on. You're not supposed to be up in a man's face or put on weird type of clothes that make a man come up in your face, and you sit there giving him a soft conversation and it leads to something else.
Bring it out.
Read it again. With shamefacedness.
With shamefacedness and sobriety.
Sobriety, meaning that you're supposed to be sober-minded. meaning that not just in alcohol or with drugs or whatever the case is, but also in sound doctrine. Like you see all these artists on TV singing and dressing provocatively and out of control. Now if you watch that constantly every day, you listen to music, talking about bees and hoes or whatever the case is, you're gonna think it's okay. Sometimes I drive around, I see sisters with kids, their kids in the car, singing about, oh, I'm a bad bee, I'm a bad bee. That's crazy to me. I can't be seeing a woman sitting in a car driving talking about I'm a bad bee. In the back seat, she have a little daughter back there.
Bring it out.
Watching and learning from that. Understand? Right. That's not sober-minded. She's drunk. She's out of her mind. She's drunk. Understand? Continue.
Not with braided hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
All right, now we're braiding hair. You see how these sisters be going around with this crazy purple hair and all these colors in their hair and stuff like that. They spending all their money on weave and hairdressing. All that weave and chemicals. You ever heard of a carbon? You know what carbon is? Carbon is a chemical that's put in all black products. It causes cancer. It messes up the sister's head, messes up your brain. See through your skin and eats away at your brain. You start acting extra ghetto and extra raunchy.
Bring it out.
You understand?
Bring it out.
It's not good for you at all. Continue. Yeah, 28.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 28.
Remember what I just said, right? The chemicals seep in the brains and mess up their head. Read that.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 28. The Lord shall smack thee with madness.
With what?
With madness.
This madness, sister. When sisters driving around singing, I'm a bad beat to teaching their kids here, and putting out chemicals in their head and stuff like that with the yellow hair, and dressing crazy, and they just be dressing all types of ways, sister. I'm pretty sure you understand that. Do that again.
The Lord shall smack thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart.
You understand, sister? With blindness, meaning that these people out here, they can't see that they're doing wrong. They can't see that they're doing anything wrong by dressing like that or behaving in that type of manner.
Bring it out.
So that's where the blindness comes from. Well, go back to where you were last at.
Timothy or The book of 1 Timothy, chapter 2, verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
You don't have any kids, right, sister? You plan on having kids? You have no desire to have kids, sister?
I mean, like, I want to make sure all my goals are accomplished before I even think about any kids.
All right, that's good. That's good. You know, all right. The type of husband you plan on having. What type of husband you plan on having?
I want a husband that believes he believes, but knows that he believes.
That believes and know? All right. I'm glad you said that. You want him to believe and know. But what are you doing?
I'm doing the same thing. You're
gonna do the same thing?
Of course.
But it has to start with you first, and the brother needs to see that, so you can attract that type of man. How would a man know that you know your nationality, that you're from the tribe of Judah, and that you're a Hebrew?
Whenever we have a conversation.
That's a conversation. That's it. What about how you dress?
Sirach chapter 37, verse 12. But be continued with a godly man.
Hear that, sis? Read that again.
But be continually with a godly man.
So you say you want to be with a godly man to know who he is. But I'm telling you, you're not going to attract that godly man because you're not dressed in that type of manner. Now, you say you know that you're Israel, but you're not behaving so.
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Now, you want to be with a godly man. How would you know he's keeping the commandments?
If you know what he's eating.
If you know what he's eating? But how would you know? How would you look? If a brother walking in the street, how you know we keeping the commandments? If we take off the purple shirts, if we're not wearing no purple shirt, no purple uniform, no black pants, you just seen us regular, if you just saw him in the street one day, how would you know I'm keeping the commandments? What?
These clothes.
Fringes.
Yeah, fringes.
Fringes.
Yeah.
Read that again?
Keep the commandment?
No.
Sirach chapter 37, verse 12. But be continually with a godly man.
So you want to be with a godly man. So you'll see that godly man wearing fringes and you'll know that he's keeping the commandments. So you know you'll talk to that guy. Yeah. Right? But if a brother's wearing fringes, you think he's going to talk to you?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because you probably don't see me wearing fringes.
And what else?
I mean, it's not nothing else to say.
What about the leggings?
If
the man see you wearing the leggings, he's going to be like, oh, the man wearing fringes and see you wearing leggings, he's not going to look at you. That's the first thing. He's not going to look at you. You understand? You want him to notice you. Even with other brothers in the world, if they don't even know who they are, they see you wearing the dress with the fringes, they're going to notice you.
Right.
You understand? A man is always going to want to have a good woman that he can rely on. A woman's supposed to be a pillar of rest for a man.
That's right.
You understand? But if you dress like that, he's going to be like, yo, I'm just going to smash and I'm going to break out.
That's right.
You understand? You don't want that from a man.
Right.
You understand?
Sirach chapter 19, verse 29. A man may be known by his looks.
Hear that, sis? Read that again.
Sirach 19:29. A man may be known by his look.
Drop that in the Sis, why you walking away? I want you to hear this, all right? Because you know you're Israel. It's the second time you came across the prophets.
That's right.
Read that.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what does the Lord thy God require of thee?
Sister, you know you're Israel. So this is the Most High God telling you what did he require of you. Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
You have to fear God.
To walk in all his ways.
Walk in all his ways. Put on the dress, sis.
And to love him.
You got to love God and love yourself, sis. Love your people. Read.
And to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul. To keep the commandments of the Lord.
Yeah, that says to keep the commandments of the Most High God.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day for thy good.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. Take care of us. And our children too. We have repented. How are you? People want to know, who's the king?
Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father. Oh, nation of Israel, it's time to return to the Father.
Now why they trying to make it so hard to serve God? And why when I say that I'm a Jew it sound odd? For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sounds wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.